Welcome to the rabbit hole. There's Bearbricks for everything, every design, every artist, and every brand. We got Batman, we have Superman Bearbrick, we have Hulk Bearbrick, we have Captain America Bearbrick. These type of Bearbricks that are just very difficult to find in the market. And that's what makes this hobby so much fun. My name is Daniel Park, also known as the Collector Brick Chicago from Palatine, Illinois, United States. Recently, I got an opportunity to break the Guinness World Record for having the largest collection of Bearbricks. Bearbrick is a platform toy. A platform toy is a type of designer toy where it uses the standard shape just like this. The base is exactly the same, but different layers such as designs and patterns and textures are applied by different artists as well as different brands. I'm holding a very big size Bearbrick. This one is 1000%. Each of these Bearbricks typically come in a very small blind box. They're usually 2.75 centimeters tall. There are different sizes. Some people like the 50%, 70%, which is a little bit used like a little keychains. These are the typical 100%. On the back side of the wall, you can see I have about 1100 Bearbricks. These are the 400%. There's the 1000% where people love to collect as home decor. It all started in 2001 with this tiny Bearbrick. This is the very first Bearbrick that came out in 2001 at the World Character Convention, an event that took place in Tokyo. All these Bearbricks are made out of ABS plastic, except for the 200%, which you can see now it has a free form. So you can move the Bearbrick any way you want, and it's just a lot of fun to collect and also be able to see different sizes. So this is a 400% Bearbrick where it has the standard click like that. They don't really move too much, but these are quote unquote the investment type. When they first retailed, it wasn't too much, but now that it's been over 15 years since it was first released, you could imagine the popularity and also the investment value. And this one's super unique because you could see the different various elements of a robot and the sofubi right inside the body of the Bearbrick. The next one that I want to highlight in my collection would be the crystal adorned Bearbricks. So the history behind these ones are fairly recent. I believe they all start around 2017, 2018. But you can see some of these Bearbricks are very pricey in terms of retail price. The next one that I wanted to showcase, it might be one of the more popular Bearbricks. And I wanted to bring this one out because I felt it's pretty unique. Like I explained, Bearbricks always use the same platform. This one, what made it unique is there are many instances where the Bearbrick is wearing clothing. And look at this, how beautiful they executed this. Do you remember that movie Forrest Gump? Forrest Gump had a close friend, his name was Bubba. Bubba was so passionate about shrimp. Bubba was ready to open a shrimp business. He thought about shrimp cocktail, shrimp sandwich. You know what? Very similar can be said about Bearbricks. You want to see? Horror Bearbricks, movie Bearbricks, science fiction Bearbricks, Elvis Bearbrick, musician Bearbrick, Japanese manga Bearbricks, K-pop star Bearbricks, nude Bearbricks, Jean-Michel Basquiat Bearbrick, Banksy Bearbrick, Andy Warhol Bearbrick, Cos Bearbrick, Mishka Bearbrick, East Asia Culture Bearbrick, Streetwear Bearbrick, Fendi and Lancome Luxury Bearbrick, video game Bearbricks such as PlayStation, see-through Bearbricks, there are flocky material, there are chrome Bearbricks, Jordan Bearbrick, there's Nike Bearbrick, the New York Yankees Bearbrick, Starbucks Bearbrick, and there are all the superhero Bearbricks from Marvel to DC. We got Batman, we have Superman Bearbrick, we have Hulk Bearbrick, we have Captain America Bearbrick, Kids Bearbrick, we're talking about Winnie the Pooh Bearbrick, there's Pikachu Bearbrick, there's the Simpsons Bearbrick, there's the Snoopy and the Peanuts Bearbrick, there's Hello Kitty Bearbrick, there's so many Mickey Mouse Bearbrick, there's the Ninja Turtles Bearbrick, there's Garfield Bearbricks, Tom and Jerry, there's Halloween Bearbricks, there's Christmas Bearbricks, there's Bearbricks for everybody. There's the big Bearbricks, small Bearbricks, Bearbricks with bells, you name it, it's got everything, and that's what we really like about this hobby. I have a Bearbrick that's about 1 meter 40 centimeters tall. That is definitely taller than my two kids. This Bearbrick came out in 2024. This is the second time at 2000% Bearbrick was available to the public. The first time and even the second time, it came out as an exhibition piece for the shopping malls at the Hong Kong Harbor City. This was displayed as art pieces. There were 100 different variations of Disney characters, but only one of each of these Disney characters. This is our family library. As you can see, Bearbricks are everywhere at our home. There's additional 63 400% Bearbricks here at the library based on what the kids really like to see. You can see a lot of the Ninja Turtle, the Spider-Man, a lot of the various cartoon characters that the kids like, the Curious George. But this is just another extension of my collection. It just doesn't stop. This wall, you'll see a little bit bigger Bearbricks. So these are 400% Bearbricks, which are 4 times the size of 100%. They measure at 27 centimeters. On the back here, I have a little bit over 100 of these 400% Bearbricks, and they're pretty awesome. The bigger it gets, you can see more of the details. On the top, you'll see 8,000%. On the bottom here, you can see another 8,000% Bearbricks. Now I wanted to show you some of the more popular pieces when it comes to collecting Bearbricks. There's a very influential artist. His name is Brian Donnelly, also known as Cause. This Bearbrick came out in 2002, and then when he launched his official brand called Original Fake in 2006, this Bearbrick was released. This one, we call it the gray Mickey, this one right here, and this is the blue Mickey. But these two are very, very popular when it comes to collecting Bearbricks. Here's additional 1,300 100% Bearbricks. Pretty amazing. These are called blister boards. They're official Medicom toy products, where you could store 45 Bearbricks on each of these panels. I ran out of space in my home office, so a lot of my collection is stored in blister boards and kept outside of the sun, so there's no damage. Now here we're in the basement. I have a wooden panel that contains about 350 additional 100% Bearbricks. These are pretty awesome because it's got historical Bearbricks from series 1 that was released 25 years ago all the way to series 40. And then here are some additional 1,000% that I have in my collection. Bearbricks are bleeding all over this house. Now we're in the basement. If you want to get in the hobby, welcome to the rabbit hole. There's Bearbricks for everything, every design, every artist, and every brand. One of the key things is that every 6 months, these little blind boxes are released to the public. You could buy them in any country in the world. So they're really fascinating. You just open them just like that. You open a little blind box, and then comes in a foiled bag where people from outside, they cannot see what's inside. And then when you open a blind box, you can see, isn't that beautiful? This is Glinda. Glinda from the movie Wicked. It's a wonderful hobby. Medicom Toy is celebrating their 25th anniversary of these Bearbrick releases, and it's been a lot of fun for me as a collector, and the opportunity to go after the Guinness World Record has been pretty significant for me and my family. I did this challenge to show to my daughter that with enough passion and effort, even the most personal hobby can be a world-class achievement. So all my collector friends and everybody watching this video, I strongly recommend you to give it a shot. It is definitely possible to break the Guinness World Record and become officially amazing. Thank you and happy collecting.